Shit on the shelf, cause the way the real rappers being real with self. My life have seen the glory of it coming to the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf, cause the way the real rappers being real with self. My life have seen the glory of it coming to the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. Money. Why
there's nothing wrong with being wealthy. It's like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18, that God gives us the ability to create wealth. It's the love of money that's the root. You don't want money so much, he doesn't go to work. Yeah, I do. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for money. It's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. And now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Mr.
Good morning, Black World, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning Live with your main man, H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, where I do my absolute best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategy to working men and women all over this great nation of ours. Truly an honor, privilege, and a blessing to come to you live and direct from the Black Billionaires Club studio here in St. Louis, Missouri. Guys, it's going down today. Right, I was trying to get my man Evan Jefferson on this week, but the Generational Wealth Building Conference is going on in Atlanta today. You can still get tickets. All you got to do is go to wealth.joincorteznow.com. You can get a weekend pass. You can get tickets for individual events. They got something for the babies. They got something for the ladies. They've got something for the whole family. If building generational wealth is important to you and you want to partner with some people who are doing it, got some ideas, some strategies, some infrastructure already in place, then you want to check out the Generational Wealth Building Conference in Atlanta, GA. Again, go to wealth.joincorteznow.com. Today's show is also brought to you by the Skill Set Maximizer. Listen, guys, if you are in business and you're not working on your marketing skills, you know what happens to people who are in business and they don't work on their marketing skills? You know what they become? They become quitters. See, you can't build a business without understanding some fundamentals about branding and marketing. And people who get into business and they don't get a marketing team and they don't learn the ins and outs of branding and marketing, they become quitters. That's why I have the Skill Set Maximizer, guys. It's almost free. Literally 10 video courses, 9 ebooks, 2 coaching sessions with me for $47. Where else you going to go and get almost 15 hours of content that's going to teach you how to build your brand? It's going to teach you how to market your business, get more followers, get more clients, get more customers. Where else is that? Where else you going to do that at? Right? For $50. So click on the link in the description, the Skill Set Maximizer, and we're definitely going to help you take your brand to another level. Do me a huge favor. If you're checking us out on YouTube, then I want you to go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to get 2,000 subscribers this month. We missed our mark last month, but we've already up about 10 subscribers so far. So let me see where we are right now. We are at 1,872. So we're getting there, y'all. We're getting there. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're checking us out on YouTube. If you're not, Aaron Johnson is checking us out on YouTube. Brother, I got to get some of that Black Legacy gear, man. Brother doing an amazing job with his brand. So definitely, man, let's connect on me sporting some of that Black Legacy gear on the show, man. I would love that, man. So I got to get with you on that. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah. So, and also make sure you give the show a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Just rate the show. Doesn't matter. And interact with the show on YouTube. I can see your comments just as well as I do my Facebook folks. And if you're on Facebook, you guys know the price of admission is what? A simple share. Hit the share button right now. Everybody take a share button break, right? Hit the share button right now. And then if you want to give me a tip, then you give me the likes, thumbs up, hearts. The engagement tells Facebook that we have quality programming here and they will push the content out to more and more people. Jay says, I'm going to get it today, coach. Yeah, it's going down, man. It's going down. For those of you who do not know and you're interested in a wealth building membership, I'm reducing the price to join the Black Wealth members, the Black Wealth movement, from $70 to $20. That's going to happen tonight at midnight. And we're kind of gearing up. So I'll put some links out to some webinars that you can join tonight. But it normally costs $70 to join the Black Wealth movement, where we teach you how to be an entrepreneur. We teach you how to minimize your taxes, eliminate your debt, fix your own credit, invest. We teach you all of that stuff. It's normally $70 to start. Midnight tonight, we're bringing that join fee down to $20. If you're interested in that, inbox me. I'll send you some information for you to review today, and then you jump on tonight's webinar, and we get you plugged in and get you started, man. Super, super excited about that. But you guys know what today is all about. And let me do this before we get into the day. I haven't done this in a while, but we had a bunch of new people on the show yesterday, and I want to let you know exactly who this show is for. This show is for risers and grinders only, man. If you're ready to get up, get out, and get something, this, my friend, is your show. If you're ready to build a legacy for your family, but you're saying, Cortez, I've got the discipline, I've got the desire, I've got the will, I've got the work ethic, I just need a game plan. Well, if that's you, this will help you with that game plan. On the other hand, who is the show not for? This show is not for the eternal pessimist. This show is not for the bump on the log, those who are waiting for a handout instead of a hand up. If that is you, then I have to politely ask you to exit the stream stage left, right? There's some people who think money is evil, think capitalism is a dirty word. What you have to understand is that your subconscious mind will never let you become or attract to you that which you despise. So if you despise wealthy people, your subconscious mind will never let you become wealthy. I'm gonna run that one back. If you despise wealthy people, you low-key hate on people who got money. If you despise them, your subconscious mind will never allow you to become that which you despise. Yeah, some of y'all gonna get that, right? And like I tell you each and every morning, I have no problem with you not wanting to be wealthy. I just have a problem with you when you have a problem with me wanting to be wealthy. You've never seen a future billionaire before. And yes, that's billion with a B. I want you to take a screenshot, cheese, and watch your boy work, because it's going down. Hey, what's going on, Regina, out of the West Coast, up early hanging with us, because it's 5:20 out west. So she up early hanging with Talking Money in the Morning live. So I appreciate that, Queen. Well, today is all about you guys. So the way we do Free Business Coaching Fridays is you give me the name of your business or your brand, the city that you're out of, and then you ask your question, anything business related, branding, marketing, finance, taxes. If you think I can help, don't hurt to ask. But guess what? I'm man enough to say, ho, I don't know. And perhaps I can go do some research, and we might come back next week and do a whole show to answer your question. But let's get the questions rolling this morning, man. And then for those of you who are a little shy and you don't have questions, then we just kind of recap what we did this week. And let me do this. For all of you guys who, if you put Black CEO in the chat, if you got a chance to hear my keynote on Monday and Tuesday for the Black CEO Tribe. If you jumped over there, I want to send a special shout out to everybody who did that, because I just want to say thank you, because that was a big deal for me. So if you were able to check out the Black CEO morning show where they had yours truly on Monday and Tuesday, I want you to comment Black CEO, man, because I want to give you a special thank you, because it's important when you go do other things and people who truly rock with you, they follow you over and they support you and wherever you are, man. So if you got a chance to check that out, man, I just want to say thank you. I humbly appreciate it, man. It was a humbling experience for me. The Black CEO Tribe has about 28 to 30,000 people on that morning show every morning. Every morning. Jay, thank you, brother. Jay said he got over there and checked this out. So I got a chance to present to about 30,000 people Monday and Tuesday, how to build a family empire from scratch, right? It was phenomenal. It was amazing. Regina says she got a chance to check it out. Thank you, Queen. Yeah, it was a good experience for me. I was nervous as all get out, man. My wife's like, what are you doing all this practicing for? You don't practice. You just do what you do. I was like, nah, this ain't a do what you do moment. This is a be prepared moment. All right, so we got a couple questions coming in. Let's see. Dear More Catering says, wanting to expand and reach more people. Social media is definitely one way to do it. But here's how you reach more people in one word. In a word, here's how you reach more people, Donald. Consistency. Whether you're using social media, whether you're doing some offline marketing promotion, it doesn't matter the medium that you're using. It's actually the consistency with how and the way that you use that medium. So that's why I do the show every morning. Now, we cut Mondays out of the show because I'm doing a lot of traveling, so I need Monday to recover. But you best believe I'm still going to go live Monday. It just won't be at 7 a.m. So I'm still going to be consistently in front of my audience 7 days a week, right? Especially now that we are in the middle of a promotion where we're going to drop the price to join the Black Wealth Movement from $70 to $20. I'm really about to ramp up. You're probably going to see me live 10 times a day, right? Either on my profile or one of my teammates' profiles somewhere. I'm just going to be going ham, right? But being consistent. Now, how does this translate to offline? So if you're offline, you still got to be consistent in your community, in your sphere of influence, Donald. So if you're talking about your catering business, where do the caterers hang out? What kind of shows and networking events do you have in your city, in your town for caterers? When you guys do Trucktober and stuff like that, you got to show up and you got to network. You got to be in all of those places where the people who are in business with you, in that industry with you, you got to show up where they are. You got to show up where all the people who are customers of yours, people who need caterers, right? So you need to be at wedding shows. Why? Because when people throw weddings, they have receptions that need caterers. You need to be at family reunion type events where people are coming together and get ideas for family reunions. Why? Because a lot of people cater their family reunions. You need to get and networks and connections with different maybe funeral parlors, because repasses a lot of times are catered. So you got to start looking at the places where people congregate that need your services, and you got to be consistently in front of them. I would definitely say build you a Facebook fan page and start getting that thing up as well. You might as well do social media in conjunction with whatever you got going on. But find out who your target market is, find out where they hang out, and put yourself in front of them all the time. Now, when you're in front of them all the time, here's how you get them to notice you. You consistently give good value, or you consistently give value, and you consistently give good value. Solve some problems for them without asking them for anything. Right? So I know as someone who does catering and you cooking, a lot of times your recipes are proprietary, but you can show some people a couple little tricks and tips that will help them in the kitchen, and they'll hire you as their caterer because you showed them some love. Does that make sense? So consistently get in front of your people, find out where they are, get in front of them consistently. All right. Do you think business cards still being used? Yes and no. I have some really, really good business cards. And I think they are. These mugs are nice. My man, my man, I'm trying to think of the name of his company. Henry Darcy is his name, but the name of his company is it Office One? Prince, I'll get you guys a name, but he did these for me, and these mugs are bad to the bone, man. Are they still being used? Yes, there's still a place in the business world for business cards, but also keep in mind, you might run into some people who do not carry business cards, but they rather do social media. They might say, hey, what's your Facebook profile? What's your LinkedIn profile? Let me send you a connection via LinkedIn. So make sure that if you have business cards, that's great. But if you don't, make sure your social media platforms are cleaned up. So as you're meeting people and they want to connect with you on those platforms, don't send them to your Facebook page and you didn't share the latest Office Huddle print. There we go. Office Huddle print is Henry Doris. Don't send them to your social media platform and you've been sharing World Star fights all week long. Keep your social media profiles looking neat, clean, and professional. I am very cautious of two things about my social media platform: what I share and what I like. Here's what you do. Listen, I am very cautious about two things that I do on social media: what I share from other people's pages and what I like on other people's pages. Because you guys know what the new Facebook algorithm, based on the things that you're constantly liking, those are the things that it's going to constantly feed you. You keep liking all that garbage, you're going to constantly be fed garbage, which means you're going to tend to like more of the garbage and they're going to feed you more garbage. So you got to be careful with that. Get your LinkedIn profile looking nice, neat, and professional. This is why you guys need to be a part of Monetize My Life Academy. It's $20 per month for your branding and your marketing, because I have courses on LinkedIn, how to set up a killer LinkedIn profile for business, right? So you need courses like that. And every 2 weeks, I'm sending my Monetize My Life Academy folks new courses on different things to help them build a bigger, better, more robust brand. So if you get Skill Set Maximizer, a lot of that stuff is in there, but you continually get new courses all the time as things change in the world of social media. That's why a monthly subscription to Monetize My Life Academy is good for anybody in business. But yeah, so a lot of people are moving away from business cards because of social media, but I still keep a business card with me everywhere I go. I still do. So I think they're in play, but I know some very successful people say, hey, I don't even have a business card, man. I get somebody's LinkedIn profile, get their Facebook profile, send them a friend request, send them a connection request, and we connect like that. Just be prepared that if those who don't have business cards, see, I'm prepared. So if I have a business card, somebody might say, oh man, you're a little old fashioned, but they don't say that's not professional. But if you don't have a business card and you're saying, hey, to somebody who is a business card person, and you're saying, hey, let's just connect on social media, they might be saying, well, that's unprofessional. Because some people keep their social media really private, and they're like, I don't want to connect with any and everybody. So I have the best of both worlds. I have the business card, but I'm also prepared if somebody say, hey, I don't have a card, but let me shoot you a friend request. Oh, follow me at Financial Health Mentor. Right? That makes sense? So we got a question over from Aaron over at on YouTube. He says, what do you do when you struggle some days with content for your pages? All right, Aaron. So here's why I never struggle with content. Here's why I never struggle with content. I mastered what's called the art of the bridge. The art of the bridge. Let's do a little exercise real quick. What the bridge is making a connection to what it is you really do from anything and anywhere. So I want you guys, somebody comment in the chat something that you think is totally unrelated to what I do, and I'm going to bridge it back to what I do. And the reason I say you have to master the art of the bridge, Aaron, is because I don't create content. I document my life. See, a lot of you guys think I'm creating content. No, I'm just documenting what I do. And when you document every day, you're going through life, you're doing something. You just document it. But if I'm documenting, like I was in Wednesday, I took my son about 3 hours west of St. Louis to work out in front of some college coaches. He's a basketball player. So I'm doing that, and I can document that and say, hey, man, I'm at this gym. My son got me out of bed. We traveled 3 hours away. And I'm helping him go after his dreams and passions, because that's always what I'm teaching him. So I got to support him in this. But thank God for entrepreneurship, that I'm a full-time entrepreneur where I'm able to do this. I don't have to ask nobody for permission. See how I bridge that back? Youth basketball is not really related to what I do, but I bridged it back to what I do, and I just documented what I did for the day. See, a lot of people are thinking that I have to come up with content specific to what I do. No, you don't create content, you document. Document what you're doing. I got this from my man, Kevin Young. He came to Monetize My Life Academy, and he did a Facebook training for me. He said, Cortez, get people to document what they're doing, right? If you're constantly reading books, watching seminars, and you're learning and growing, document that stuff. Hey guys, really quickly, I just want to share a quick video with you, man. I was reading Financial Health Traffic Report, and on page chapter 4, he says highway robbery without a mask. He's talking about how Uncle Sam is getting you from your money, and I never really thought about it like that. I'm just documenting what I'm reading. I'm not creating content. I'm just documenting, right? Everybody has a process that they go through every day. What is your process? People want to get behind the scenes, right? So you shouldn't struggle with content unless you're trying to create content that's going to sell. No, I'm creating content that's not going to sell. My content is done in a way to create connections. And after we made the connections, we're going to sell. So Lisa D says, cooking has nothing to do with the Financial Health Mentor, but how I can bridge this back to the Financial Health Mentor. So, hey guys, really quickly, I just wanted to bring y'all into the kitchen, man. I'm just messing around in the kitchen, doing some stuff, man. I'm trying to eat healthier, right? Because when you eat healthy, you really, or what you're doing is you're not just fueling your body, you're fueling your hustle. And some of you guys may know me, but what is my hustle? My hustle is financial education. I teach people how to build wealth from scratch, right? So I can teach people how to do that, and you can minimize tax, eliminate your debt, and free up the money you need to start investing. If you're interested in that, just drop me a comment or hit my inbox. But let me show you how I'm going to prepare this salad with a homemade vinaigrette dressing with mandarin oranges, because I got my little cuties over here, and I'm gonna use a little apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. Then I'm gonna sprinkle in a little olive oil, but maybe I'll heat up some coconut oil and do it that way. That's gonna give me a tremendous amount of energy, and that's gonna allow me to hustle harder. That's why I outproduce my competition in my financial education franchise. Oh, what is the financial education franchise? Shoot me an inbox and I'll tell you all about that. You guys see how I bridge in what I do with just documenting some cooking. Cooking has nothing to do with brand and making money. It has nothing to do with branding and marketing, but you got to learn the art of the bridge. And when what you do becomes who you are, it's easy, right? If you guys have not already shared the show, hit the share button for me. When what you do becomes who you are, then it's easy to master the bridge. Make sense? When what you do becomes who you are, it's easy to master the bridge. Right? So that's the deal. So I appreciate that. Good example, Lisa D. Naku, Naku, I hope I'm saying that right. If you have If you're new to the show, let us know. I appreciate you. Anybody new to the show, seeing it for the first time today? I want to welcome all the new folks. If you're new to the show, new to the stream, never seen it before, appreciate it. If you have not already paid your price of admission, what's the price of admission? You got to share the show to watch the show, right? You got to share the show to watch the show. We're trying to build our audience up to where we have thousands of people watching live. Anybody new to the show? Angelic says makes perfect sense, and that is divine DNA in the building. How do I know that? Just by looking at her name, because over the last few weeks of her watching the show, we've conditioned everybody to shout out your brand, shout out who you are and what you do. All right, so then, oh man, you don't kill me, Z. Let me see, Zandranika is new to the show. Welcome to the show, Queen. We appreciate having you this morning. The way we do Fridays is about free business coaching. So you give me the name of your business or your brand, and then you ask a question. I give you a business shout out, and then I do my best to help you with your question from a branding, marketing, income, taxes, wealth, whatever. Can you touch on the landscape and mission statement again? Yes. I wish I had my papers from my mission statement. So when I did the Black CEO morning show, what's going on? Inwards is the way out is in the building on YouTube as well. When I did my morning show, when I did my appearance on the Black CEO morning show, I talked about, if you're going to build a family empire from scratch, one of the first things you have to do is you have to first survey the landscape, right? And I talked about surveying the landscape. I talked about you survey the environment, right? What industry or niche is going to support your empire, right? The landscape or the environment. What industry or niche are you going to support, or is going to support your empire? Then I said you have to survey the resources that you need. We all know you need capital, but the other resource you need is human resource. What kind of human resources will you need? What kind of connections and network will you need to build around you? You need to survey that so you can start putting this stuff together. Then you think about surveying the tools that you're going to need to build this empire. Are you going to need Facebook? Are you going to need YouTube? Are you going to need a website? Are you going to need lead capture pages? Are you going to need autoresponders? What tools are you going to be able to use? Are you going to have to use to build this empire? Then you got to survey the information scene. What kind of information and knowledge will you need to build, support, and maintain your empire, right? So the way that happens is the first thing you have to do is identify your passion. See, the common thread amongst all uber successful people is not money. Money is a byproduct of passion. Passion leads you to your purpose. Inside your purpose is your vision and your provision. And when you identify your passion, that's going to lead you to your purpose. Now you can survey the landscape and say, I'm passionate about teaching and educating people about money. As I survey the landscape, that industry, is financial education a big enough niche that can support my family's empire? Yes, it is. Okay. In the realm of financial education, what kind of resources will I need? I don't need a whole lot of money because I can come to people straight through Facebook and start teaching. But do I need what kind of human resources? I need some coaches and mentors in my life that's going to be teaching me about money so I can later go around and implement those strategies and then teach those to other people. What kind of tools and will I need as I start building this family empire? I'm going to need an internet connection. I'm going to need a good cell phone that does video. I'm going to need a good laptop. I'm going to need a good webcam. I'm going to need, what kind of tools am I going to need? I'm going to need an autoresponder. I'm going to need some lead magnets and some giveaways. What kind of information I'm going to need? I'm going to constantly need to be reading books on finance, building wealth in a lot of different capacities. See, once you identify your passion, then you start surveying the landscape. That was part one. And then after you survey the landscape, then I talked about building a solid foundation. The solid foundation is built in three phases. You have the mental foundation, you have the structural foundation, and then you have the financial foundation. The mental foundation is your mission statement and your vision statement. What is it that your business stands for? And what are the philosophies that support that? What are you? Who are you in business? And what are the philosophies that support that? So my mission statement as a financial health mentor is to educate and bring financial literacy to Black and other minority communities for the purpose of rebuilding those communities socially, economically, spiritually, emotionally, and aesthetically, right? My vision statement: in the next 5 years, I'm going to create 100 accredited investors, right? And that 100 accredited investors are going to be responsible for creating at least 10 accredited investors themselves. So that's going to give us 1,000 accredited investors in the next 5 to 7 years. Ultimately, we're going to end up with 1,000 independently wealthy people in every major city, and we're going to rebuild our cities. Right. So so the mental piece is your mission statement and your vision statement. The structural piece is, okay, do I form an LLC, a LP, a S Corp, a C Corp? Do I stay a sole proprietor? I talked to some professionals. Why? Because I already surveyed the land to see what kind of human resources that I need. One of those human resources that I need is an accountant or a business structure person who's going to help me with the proper structure. And then I go over to the financial foundation side, and I start looking at things like credit. I start looking at things like business credit. I start looking at things like tax minimization and making sure that I'm doing all that stuff correctly, right? So all of that, man, is if you missed the Black CEO Morning Show, I really poured into people about how to build a family empire from scratch. And then, hey, Clarissa, she said, praying, hey, are we still trying to do something in July? Let me know. She said people are praying, she's praying people get the mission and the vision. And not only that, because one of the things I shared is that's for your business. Well, guess what, guys? And I'm working on this now. You should have a mission and vision statement for your family. Huh? What? Wait, what? Yes. You should have a mission statement for your family. Who is your family and what are the philosophies that support who they are? You should have a vision statement for your family based on who we are. Where are we going in the next 5 years, 7 years, 10 years? And then you teach your children that based on the family mission statement, what is your mission within the family? And you have only one rule. Your mission statement cannot contradict the family mission statement. Clarissa said, without it, you're going in circles. Where's your mission statement and your vision statement? You do that for your business and you work on it for your family. And then you teach your children that they need to have goals. Okay, so here is our family mission statement. We're a Christian family and we want to be a light in this world of darkness. Now, what is your personal mission statement that cannot contradict the family mission statement? Here's where we're going as a family. We're on our way to being a $1 billion family. What is your contribution to that vision statement for your personal vision that's going to help get to the family vision statement? They can't contradict each other. Good question. Appreciate that. That was Jay Miles. Who else do we have? I thought I saw another question before Jay Miles. Welcome all you new folks. please not inbox me, but share the show if you have not already. And today is supposed to be all about y'all, man. So I want to ask your questions. All right. So, okay. So I just want to make sure I got all the questions in so far. I enjoyed the breakdown of landscape and mission statements. Okay, cool. That was it. Who else? Questions about your business, brand, your money, whatever, man. If you think I can help, I want to be there to help you. Wealthy Women Win, www. Not the World Wide Web, but Wealthy Women Win. That's Lisa D in the building. Learning Only Coach is in the building. Vernon Young, financial coach, Jackson, Mississippi. Welcome to the show, Vernon. Who else? All right, somebody else said, I have a question. Go ahead, give me the name of your business and or brand, and then ask your question. Well, you don't have to. You already gave me your business and your brand is Wealthy Women Win. Go ahead and ask your question. While you're typing that, yesterday's show, we did the 10 forms of wealth. If you guys missed that, you can always go back to check that out. It was a phenomenal show. Is it all right to step back and regroup? Always, brother. Always. And I give you my best example of that, Donald. So think about your favorite running back, right? Think about your favorite running back, and some of the best of all time were great at this. When you're taught as a running back in football, you're taught to hit the holes where the play is designed to go, right? Because everybody's on the same page. If we're blocking for you to make a way for you through this hole, then you hit that hole and just hope that it's going to be there. But what some of the greats are able to do is they can hit the hole and it's clogged up, but they hit the hole so hard following their instructions from their coaches that when they hit the hole that hard and it's clogged up, the hole actually knocks them back 2 or 3 steps. And then they use what you call vision. They hit the hole, it's clogged up, it knocks them back a couple steps. Then they use their vision to say, you know what? The goal is for me to go that way. I intended to get there through this process, this path. This path was closed. It knocked me off balance a little bit. But guess what? I see 2, 3, 4 other paths to still get me to the end result. So it's okay to take a step back so that you can move forward more effectively and more efficiently. So when those running backs hit the hole, they stumble back and man, they find another hole that's opposite where all the blocking is. But guess what? They find something, a crease, a crevice, and then they can hit that and fall forward, or sometimes hit that and explode and go 60, 70 yards for a touchdown outside of the way the initial play was intended. Outside of how the initial play was intended. So we all have game plans and we hit the hole hard. And then sometimes that hole is closed up, is clogged up. And sometimes we have to go around. Sometimes we hit the hole and it's clogged up and we have to jump over the pile. Sometimes we hit the hole and it's clogged up and we have to burrow through, because we've seen that too. Guys burrow through the hole and you think they're down, but they put their hand down, everybody else relaxes, and bam, they come up out of that thing and go score. Nothing wrong with hitting your goals hard and then having to take a step back, reassess, reevaluate, see a new lane, and hit it that way. All right. So we have Lisa D says, I want to work up to creating a membership site, but can't think of a service to offer on a membership basis pertaining to finances. Pretty much my econ has already done that, I guess. That becomes your membership site. That becomes your membership site. So I would say if that is the goal, eventually you say, you know what? I like the idea of a membership site. What you do, Lisa D, what I would challenge you to do is just keep producing where you are right now. And I promise you, you will eventually get enough content. You will eventually see and make enough connections. You say, you know what? I can create a membership site now based on my 2 years of experience, right? See, I've been an online marketing coach. I've been an internet marketer for about 8 years, but I didn't become an internet marketing coach until I put that experience together and I built a successful brand. And now I said, you know what? All the things that I did to build a financial health mentor brand, now I can create some courses and some content that can help other people do the same thing. So get out there and produce first, and that's going to create the content that you need for a membership site. Says Juliet, I just did right there. All right, cool. Christine says, how can I market my business to clients not wanting the hookup? I take what I do seriously, went to school and was trained, but I am beginning to move away from marketing on social media. You are not alone in that, Christine. And what you have to do is, if you are constantly being bombarded with people who want the hookup, then you haven't identified your target market. You've identified some people who are doing business with you because of you, right? These are people who know you, so they want the hookup. Identify your target market. What you have to do is, what I did was, because I was in the network marketing field almost all my adult life, and I started a new network marketing company, I had burned out my friends and families on network marketing. So I wasn't going to approach them again. So what I did was I created a completely separate persona, which is the financial health mentor, and I started attracting the right people to me based on what it is that I do, giving them value, and no, there is no hookup with me. You don't get the hookup, right? So you might have to reassess who your target market is, find out where they hang out, find out their demographics, their psychographics, their sociographics, and you start catering to that with some small bites of free value, and you're going to attract the right people to you and who you do and who you are and what you do. And when you serve people in that capacity, they're then able and willing to pay full price for your services. Right? So create your own. If you don't have a fan page yet, then create a fan page and market exclusively to your fan page. And those people who look for what you have to offer, your friends are not going to like your fan page. Or if they like your fan page, they're going to like it out of pity. But when you start giving value and solving the problems that your product and service offer, people who are looking for that solution are going to start gravitating to your page. And based on how well you can solve that problem, they'll be willing to pay full price for it. I promise you. I promise you. Says, good morning, good sir. What's going on, Reginald? We got off the highway at 3 this morning. All right, my feet is very choppy here in Indianapolis. I'll catch the replay later. Okay, sounds good, brother. Got to keep your eyes open. Yep. Yes. Got it. Thanks. Yep. Exactly. Which do you think is the best to lead with, income shifting or credit repair? Okay, good. So I was going to ask you, Christine, what is your what is your field of expertise? All right. So let me come back to that. Let me come back to your graphic designer. So Lisa D says, which do you think is best to lead with, income shifting or credit repair? Here's how you determine or define your, and I see Inward's got a question on YouTube. I'm gonna come over there to you as well. Here's how you define your target market, Lisa. Which of the two were you attracted to? See, when we start thinking about target market, the first place you look in the mirror, first place you look is in the mirror. Because if you were attracted to income shifting first, then I would lead with income shifting. Why? Chances are the people who are following or around you, or the people that you know, are very similar to you. If income shifting was attractive to you it's likely going to be attractive to the people that are in your current circle. So you would lead with that. That's what drew you to the business. Then lead with that. If credit repair drew you to the business, then lead with credit repair. Start with what got you excited about the business, right? So, Christine, as a graphic designer and a web designer, you have to deal exclusively with people who understand the benefits of graphic design. See, most people who are solopreneurs and just starting a little business, they have no idea what real graphic design can do for their business. Therefore, they don't place a value on it. And when you run across people like that, you just can't deal with them, right? I have my graphic designer on retainer. In fact, I got to shoot her a payment today. I have her on a retainer. I pay her monthly whether I need something or not, because I know the value of good graphic design and what it does for my business. If you're dealing with small-minded entrepreneurs who are not willing to invest in themselves, you need to put yourself in front of other people who will appreciate graphic design. If you're dealing with people like I used to go to Fiverr and get my graphics done so I'm spending $5 or $10. So if I come to you and you say, hey, and I say, hey, Christine, I'm doing a new book. I want a book cover done. And you say $300. My small-minded thinking is saying I can go to Fiverr and spend $10. But if you look at some of my book covers, you'll see that I got some $10 book covers. Whereas now I know my next project, I got to deal with somebody who's serious and understands what graphics can do to elevate my business. And that's going to cost me more than $5 or $10. So really, I think you are in front of some low-hanging fruit so you can get some clientele. That's fine if you're using it for that purpose, but you need to start elevating your circle and dealing with and getting in front of. Same thing I told to Donald with catering. You need to be at all of the business networking events. You need to be at all of the online marketing forums and symposiums, because these people have websites. These people have businesses and brands that they're building, and they need good graphics people, and they're willing to pay top dollar for good graphics people, right? My graphic designer is not cheap, but she's phenomenal. Right? She's phenomenal. And I understand that now. And I had to come to that place where I was comfortable putting her on retainer, because I just need certain things done. And sometimes I need to call her today to get something to put out tomorrow. And I need to have her on standby saying, look, my money's good. Can you get this done for me ASAP? Right? Not everybody values imagery that way, but all sales is about image. But a lot of people don't know that. So really quickly, my nonprofit is Faith. A mentorship program is a nonprofit, the best way to go in conjunction with my econ. So here's what you have. You have my econ, which is a financial education business, and you have a nonprofit organization. I would say let's build it personally first, inwards, and build it to a certain level till you're making enough money to where you can put your nonprofit in my econ as an organization too. Here's why. Your youth mentorship program seeks funding all the time to do what it does. If you have a My Econ business as your nonprofit organization, now you're giving your nonprofit business, your nonprofit, a for-profit revenue stream. And that will allow you to promote My Econ in a very different way, because you having it under a nonprofit can say, hey, when you look at this financial success membership and you buy it to build your wealth, you'll also be, the profits or proceeds will be going to support this nonprofit entity. Here's what Faith is all about, and here's what we do. So if you got an income shifting membership from us, a part of your proceeds will go to help Faith grow, right? Help Faith do XYZ, whatever it is that you guys do. Does that make sense? So you have some unique opportunities to build My Econ as a network, as a nonprofit organization, and we can talk more about that offline. But I would definitely say build it personally first, get some things going, and when you can support another account under your nonprofit organization, then I will put the nonprofit in, and I will build under the nonprofit, and now I have something for the youth, which your program is youth mentoring, but then I have a financial success membership for the parents of those youth. Make sense? That's how Ariel and Young Biz Kids does it. She teaches entrepreneurship to the children, but the parents aren't entrepreneurs. So she said, hey, you need to look at My Econ so you can learn some principles so that you and your kids aren't clashing. Because now you're learning entrepreneurship, they're learning entrepreneurship. Now you can help the child better build their business. That makes sense? But yes, a nonprofit is a great way to go with My Econ. The Black Wealth Continuum says, I use digital business cards. That helps me get their number and email for list building. Yes, plus my digital card has a link to my business. Yeah, digital business cards is a great way to go. It's a great way to go because you get, I mean, like you said, if you're using list building, if you're building a list, which if you're building a business online, you should be building a list. A digital business card gives you their email address as well, so that you can grab that, throw that into your autoresponder, and you can start building that relationship with them over time. Good stuff. Good stuff. Any other questions, comments, or observations? Boutique House Enterprises. I want to do more community type events. I'm new to my area, Gary, Indiana. How would you suggest I go about attracting people to these events? Before you start doing events, Melanie, before you start doing events, start showing up at everybody else's events. A lot of people miss this. A lot of people miss this. Before you start doing events yourself, start showing up at everybody else's events. Because you get to get a feel for whose events are successful, whose aren't, how are they throwing them, what kind of marketing they're doing. You show up and you start building your network of people who do events. These are people who do events. You're showing up in support of all of their events. Now you're creating relationships with them. So when you start throwing your events, you have a Rolodex of people to call. You have a Rolodex of people to call. Now, take it to the next level. Don't just show up at the events. Show up early and ask people how you can help them pull off a great event. Hey, you know what? I like to be your apprentice for the next couple events that you do. I got some free time. I just want to show up and kind of get an idea of a feel. I'm new here in town. I'm trying to meet some people. How can I help you? Can I meet you here early and help you set up your event? Can I pass out some cards? What can I do to help you make this event successful? So if you're already showing up to everybody's events, now you start making those connections with the event planners and the event organizers and say, hey, I'm new here. I want to help you make this event great because I'm trying to meet new people. So now you show up and start helping people put on events. Yes, for free. And Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Kiyosaki says, wealthy people don't work for money. Some people are missing that. I don't work for money. I'm about to get in my community in the same way. How can I help this event become great for you? Oh, no, I don't want nothing. I just want to learn how to put on a good quality event. I'm going to help you. And because I help you with 2 events, when I call you for some help, you might not be able to help me, but you might say, you know what? I'm at least going to send some people to your event. I'm at least going to post a flyer on my page because brother's out here getting it. He's trying to help people. Make sense? Go sit under somebody for 2, 3, 4 events that they throw. Get you 2 or 3 people like that. Say, hey, I don't want nothing from you. I just want to be able to help understand, because I want to eventually start throwing events in a different genre. So me and you will never be competing, but I want to start throwing some events. So I like to get to see from the inside out how you throw your events. And in exchange for you kind of tutoring me, I want to go ahead and help you in every way I can put on your event and make it the best event possible. Right? So then you start getting to know that person. And then who else are you going to get to know? If you're helping and volunteering to help, you're also going to get to know that person's staff. And if you get to know that person's staff, chances are you're going to get to know a couple of their assistants. So now with helping one person throw an event, you just met 15 people. Could prospect them for my econ? Maybe not. Right? But at least that's 15 people in your Rolodex. So when you do throw your event, you can reach out to those 15 people, say, hey, I got an event coming up. I just want to let you guys know. I would love for you guys to come by and see how my setup is, see how I put it together based on what I learned from you. See if you can give me any pointers. Cool. Anybody else? Anybody else? Questions, comments, or observations? If not, I've got a couple funnels I got to build really quickly. I got to set up a webinar for tonight. Keep in mind, guys, if you're thinking about joining the Black Wealth Movement, if you need a new money strategy, if you are sick and tired of all those taxes coming out of your check and you want to do something about it, we're dropping our price to join the Black Wealth Movement from $70 to $20. It's still going to be $35 per month, but we're going to drop that price so that a lot more people can get involved and start learning how to build a family empire from scratch. So that sounds like something that you're open to. Let us know. I'll make sure that you get the link to the webinar. But any other questions, comments, or observations before we get out of here? I love Free Game Fridays, man. I love to interact. I love to see where you guys are in your business, what you guys need help with. And hit the share button. Don't forget to do that. So we had so many questions that I didn't even have to recap this week's shows. And I prefer to do it that way because, of course, if you want to recap the show, you just go back to YouTube yesterday or go back to Facebook, my timeline from yesterday. Let's see. And they can help market to their own already built contact list. Absolutely. Absolutely. Your network is equal to your net worth. Right. So it makes a tremendous amount of sense to volunteer your time to help people, especially those who have influence. Right. I'm working with Dr. Lance McCarthy, who set up Ferguson 1000 after the Mike Brown situation. And now he's got Global 1000 because he's got Miami, Baltimore, DC, LA. And I'm offering my services for free. So that, I can learn from him how he's building a global network of volunteers. My Econ, the Black Wealth Movement, is a volunteer business organization, right? So why not volunteer your time to learn from someone who's building a volunteer network so you can learn how he keeps it, all that stuff together, man. So yeah, it says, I want to start to have cash flow conferences, but don't have influence to fill a room. Yeah, you start with strategy sessions at your house. See, a lot of people think cash flow conferences are about one person. No, you start and invite 4 or 5 friends to your house and you teach them income shifting. One person will join. Then you go to their house and have them invite 4 or 5 friends to their house and you teach them income shifting. One person will join. Now it's 3 of you guys together teaching income shifting. Now you go to the 3rd person's house and they have 4 or 5 friends over. You teach them income shifting, 1 person to join. Now it's 4 of you. And you say, between the 4 of us, let's put together a Super Saturday in one of our homes where all 4 of us are going to come together and we're going to go over the income shifting strategies and we're going to do a business presentation. So now all 4 of you invite 3 people each. 4 times 3 is 12. Out of those 12 people, 3 are joined. Now it's 7 of you. Take the 3 new people and you go and get in their living room and have them invite 4 or 5 people, and they get their teams going. Now, all of a sudden, in the span of a month, you got 15 people in your area excited about income shifting. Then you start doing a meeting every other week, and everybody keeps bringing a guest. Month 2, your 15 people has doubled to 30, right? And you keep that process going. Month 3, now you have 80 people in your organization in a small city. Now you do your first Super Saturday. And you bring people in from all parts of my econ. You bring some leaders in to teach, train, and educate your group. And then you do a business presentation with 80 people at that point, inviting at least 1 person to the business presentation. That's 80 new eyeballs that get to see the business presentation from one of the leaders in the area. Out of those 80 people that show up to the business presentation, you'll get 15 to join. So now your business has just grown by 15 people. That's 15 different houses you're going to be in with strategy sessions, and you start the process with them. So friends and families have already said no. So you still have to get the ball rolling with at least 1 person. If you can't get friends and family, you need to start going to networking events. You need to start going to networking events. Start meeting new people, right? I met 50 people on Facebook in the month of April already. It's just the 6th. Right? Start putting your stuff out and say, hey, I'm looking to connect with business-minded people in this zip code. Just put that on your timeline every day and see how many people say, hey, girl, I'm in this zip code. I like to connect with you. I have a business or whatever. Just start connecting with people. Don't make it about my econ. Just start connecting with people. That makes sense? Let's see. Giant says stub card ticketing a Black-owned box office to provide event tickets. What would be your suggestion to get a group of businesses on board before launch? Again, it's about the network. So if you have not already started this, you should already have a list, James Johnson, of every event planner, every party promoter, everybody who's in that space of putting on events. You should already know all of the Black-owned promoters, all of the Black-owned event coordinators, all the Black-owned wedding planners. You should know all of those people. And those are the people you start with, because you got to start with people who have events where they'll be selling tickets. It's not just Black-owned businesses, right? That can come down the road where they can be ticket outlets, but you need to be in front of the Black-owned promoters who sell tickets. You need them in the network first. So if you don't already have a presentation to show people why that ticket system is better than anything else out there, that's what you need to do, and you need to be targeting those people first. Right? Regina said, Reginald said, I'm one of them. Yeah, we just met yesterday. I met 50 people on Facebook this month alone. Right? Aaron says, how would I be able to use my econ with my existing apparel business? So one of the ways that you can use my econ, you already have an existing apparel business, but one of the things may be creating some cool my econ apparel. That will be one of the ways, and you can market to the network if you're part of the network, right? I'd be less reluctant to buy a my econ t-shirt from you if you're not in my econ. Does that make sense? Another way that you got to do that, you're already getting tax write-offs because you're a business owner. You have your apparel business, right? But another thing that you can do that we're going to teach is credit building. If you're not already working on your credit, that's included in the membership. If you're not working on learning how to take your profits from your t-shirt sales and start hiding them, which is a wealth term, but you're taking those profits and you start investing them so it minimizes your taxes overall. Say, for instance, Aaron, you sold $50,000 worth of t-shirts and $30,000 of that is profit. Are you ready to pay a $30,000 tax bill for your business? Or would you like to know how to take 20,000 of that, put it in a retirement account that's tax deferred, and then pay taxes on 10,000? Right? And then you look at it from a second revenue stream. How many people do you know that buy t-shirts from you have regular everyday jobs? The name of your brand speaks to what we do as people are trying to build legacies. So if someone buys a Black Legacy t-shirt, one of the first things I would say is, so what are you doing to build your legacy? Oh man, I'm working this job. Well, you know, working a job alone is not enough, right? Yeah, man, you're right. I'm looking for some opportunities where I can start building a real legacy. Great. Let me send you some information, man, that might show you some things and put you up on game that might put an extra $200 to $300 back up in your pocket every month. So you see how, again, that's the art of the bridge. How did I bridge the Black Legacy t-shirt brand clothing line into building a business where people can learn how to build an actual Black legacy? That's powerful. And you add that in conjunction with the Black Wealth movement, now it all fits. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Cool? All right, I think that's it for today. I got a little work to do, so I'm gonna hop off. If you guys got questions, other questions, continue to put them in the chat. After we end the YouTube video, if you got a follow-up question, Aaron, just put it under the YouTube video because I can no longer access the live chat videos. But just put it under the YouTube video and I'll follow up with you on that. But yeah, I think we can come up with some unique campaigns to tie the Black Legacy apparel brand with the Black Wealth movement and my econ, which is a Black-owned financial services company, a financial education company. I think we can make that all work, man, and you can be on make some power moves with building a residual income through my econ and still continuing to grow and leverage your existing brand. So with that, I'm H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur. Until I talk to you next time, get your money up because you absolutely can do it. More importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every one of you. Peace out, y'all.